people like to use the phrase domestic terrorism simply because it is happening on our land, and the activities that they do may constitute, terroristic actions. But let's be more specific. As you know, I wrote the textbook, the Terrorist Recognition Handbook, widely used across government and likely included at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Glencoe, Georgia. And what ICE would be, since the question is ICE considered a domestic terrorist organization? What ICE would be would not be a domestic terror organization. The technical term is they would be considered a part of a state terrorist organ. Let me define the types of terrorism for you, right? Terrorism is a violence or threat of violence in which the impact of that threat or act of violence is designed to be taken beyond the immediate victim, right? So it's supposed to scare everyone, not just kill the victims or injure the victims of that threat. So that's terrorism. Terrorism is usually regular individuals or a small band of clandestine personnel who are doing this. Then you have state-sponsored terrorism, in which a state gives money for a terrorist group to organize, like Libya giving the Irish Republican Army, or the Iranians giving the Kurds money to create a terrorist organization, carry out terrorist acts, right? Bombings, assassinations, kidnappings. But on the other side of it, what would you call groups like this Gestapo, right? The German Geheimstaatspolizei, the secret police in World War II, or the Argentinian intelligence agency, SIDA, or, Ernesto Pinochet's intelligence agency, Saddam Hussein's Mukhabarat. These organizations are where the state uses all aspects or secret organizations funded, sanctioned, organized, and led by a dictator or warlord to conduct acts of terrorism against its own citizens. The technical definition is state terrorism. So, technically, since ICE is operating in a legal manner, because laws were passed allowing ICE to exist, and that they are carrying out acts which inculcate fear and a threat or acts of violence intended not just against the individuals, but to frighten entire classes of people within the United States, mainly the immigrants, people who are naturalized citizens, and now the average American citizen. Technically, yes, they would be considered a state terrorist organization who are carrying out state terrorism on behalf of the leadership. If they get any further out of control, if they just start randomly violating people's civil rights, which they're doing now, they have an internal memo that says amongst themselves, they don't have to adhere to the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, the right of protections against artificial search and seizure, of your homes, violating your homes. They believe that if you don't have the right to videotape them, you don't have the right to voice your opinion against them in the street, you don't have the right to assemble. The last time this occurred was 1770, just before the Boston Massacre. And it was actually brought into formal play in 1774 with the intolerable acts by King George III. So we've actually gone backwards in American history. And the only thing that's left to be seen is if Mad King Donald decides that he is going to unleash this secret terrorist organization against the American citizens. How do I define what's happening right now is simple. I feel that the previous question, what are we up against, is now in play. ICE is a state secret police. And again, in World War II in the 1930s, Germany created a state secret police, and the name was Geheimstaatspolizei. The acronym for the Geheimstaatspolizei, or state secret police, was Gestapo. And that's what we have now. ICE is operating as a Gestapo. The difference is the Nazis did not hide their identity. the ICE is hiding its identity. They are an actual secret police force that apparently is only answering to the Director of Homeland Security and the President of the United States. So, what's happening now is they are being used as an organ to execute state terrorism against the American public.